Shabbath Shalom, peaceful Sabbath. Nawathan, Kal Halayimla, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha, Hakodash. Giving all praises to Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Double honors unto the elder apostles, the elder bishops, and the head elders of all the camps of Great Millstone, GMS, who do well. Salutations, peace, and blessings to the Bayath Dawada, the house of David, the hopeful elect scattered abroad, starting with the governing body in the kingdom to come, the 144,000, 12,000 men of each tribe of Israel, as well as the remaining 1/3 of men, women, and children who are predestined for salvation, who not only believe on this gospel, but do it as well. All right, to you I say shalom. Shalom to the speckled bird brothers out there scattered among the heathen that may look like the heathen. All right, it's your brother Tazapanya Banyamyan of the sons of Yashala Camp, Lord willingness edifying to the elect. Quick hit through spirit and power of Yahweh Shem El Shai. Spiritual commentary through the spirit. All right, 90%, 90% chance of government shutdown, says the Goldman Sachs CEO. 90% chance of government shutdown, says Goldman Sachs CEO. Shit is about to hit the fan, bro. This shit's about, and we've been through government shutdowns before, Not in the sense, the space, the sphere that we have been in now, man. Okay? October 1st is the fiscal year, is an actual accounting and record system financially in America that starts the 2024 ledger, book of records, so to speak. Okay? Where they rearrange debt and budgets and things of that nature, but they don't have money to spend and pay for shit that they already have. When we just hit the unprecedented level of $33 trillion in Babylon debt, man. Okay? Never happened before. And yeah, y'all know about that number 33, man. So who knows what's to pop off. The scriptures say nothing new happens under the sun, and crashes always happen to be in the end of September, the month of October, right? Yo, telling you, man, get ready. I think we're in the middle of the Great Reset. I speak as a man, but through the Spirit, measuring the time diligently, October 1st may be the beginning step or stage that people can actually feel physically in their pockets, all right, with this Great Reset. They're even saying with October 4th, not to get into the crazy pulses and things of that nature, but the FEMA alert system, that the phone basically is not going to be able to work, so to speak, for like 2 hours. It's an update, like how you know how when you go to sleep, your iPhone be like, oh, from the hours of 3 to 5 in the morning, we're going to update the new operating system, and it completely restarts. That's what they saying is going to be a whole new. And there was something I seen earlier. I might have to look it up. I forgot. Basel 3, like a new communication of banks that they're all doing on October 1st as well. There's mad shit going on. But watch this. We're going to get some videos. I mean, some precepts. Salaki.
On here, I just found some crazy information. So remember the 2020 stock crash in February, the Dow was at 29,000 and change, and then it dropped essentially overnight to about 19,000, losing roughly 40% of its value in a matter of weeks. Many people thought it was because of the you-know-what situation that went around and all the closures and all of the fear and panic, but it goes much deeper than that. In fact, this crash was happening about a year before this, and the Fed was doing something pretty sneaky behind the scenes and positioned very wealthy people to capitalize over the following couple of years. And now what they're doing says everything about the future. And I'm going to break it down with verifiable facts. I'm going to show you the sources. This is pretty crazy. And when I mentioned in the past, we're in the greatest drug pull, this just validates everything that I was saying. Please hit the like button. You people share. 2020 ramping up now. The next couple of years, things are going to really, really get out of control. You're going to want great credit. You're going to want to put yourself to book a call right below the creditfast.com. Take a look at this. So this tweet went viral, 1.7 million views. And full credit for posting this, finance a lot. Funniest people are those that think the 20 crash was caused by the what. The banking system was already collapsing in September of 2019, forcing the Fed to start repo interventions like 2008. The system only collapsed when the Fed pulled repo away. 2023 is the same game plan. We look at
now. I just seen from Manarino, Gregory Manarino, that J.P. Morgan CEO, all right, just came out with the same thing. It was either Ray Dalio or what's the other nigga name? Jamie Dimon, basically saying that, oh, what's happening now is the same thing as 2008. So everybody knows this shit is about to crash, man. All right, this shit is about to crash. Everybody knows it. Matter of fact, let's get that book of Zephaniah, man. All right, and continue on. This is Zephaniah 1 and 8. And it shall come to pass. No, let's jump down to 10. Matter of fact, let's start at 8. And it shall come to pass in the day of Yahweh's sacrifice that I will punish the princes and the king's children, and who are that? The Israelites, and all such are as clothed with strange apparel. You see, because remember, you're supposed to be putting on the wedding garments. So if you don't have this truth, you're not in this truth, man, the Most High going to do away with you, man. In the same day also will I punish all those that leap on the threshold, which fill their masters' houses with violence and deceit. And that's all Jake doing. Look at the Philly riots. All type of violence when the scriptures say don't follow a multitude to do evil in the book of Exodus. You see? Verse 10, and it shall come to pass in that day, saith Yahweh, that there shall be a noise of a cry from the fish gate, and a howling from the second, and a great crashing from the hills. All right, hills are small mountains. Mountains are symbolic for kingdoms and governments. So all of these kingdoms, all these governments is going to have a crash, all right, of the system, because the fish gate and these gates were places where they would do trading. All right, back in the day, what did they do? Well, it talks about it in verse 9. All right, no, verse 11. How ye inhabitants of Maktesh, ye old merchant city. For all the merchant people are cut down, all they that bear silver are cut off. All right, so there was a city next to the water, and they would, buy the fish market. That's what a fish gave, fish market. All right, and it's representative of Wall Street today. So shit is about to go down.
20 right here, 2020, and then boom, they printed tons and tons of money. They did all the stimulus, all the QE. They did everything that they were intending to do. But if you look at 2008, same thing, same pattern. 2019, same exact pattern. And now if you look at 2020, same patterns. But look at this. So this came out. This is on the federalreserve.gov website. I'll pull this down so you can see the URL, federalreserve.gov. This is February 27th of 2020. And what they said, October 11th, the Fed announced two important steps to ensure that the supply of the reserves remain ample at or above the levels that prevailed in early September 2019. First, the Fed announced it would purchase Treasury bills at a pace of about $60 billion per month through the second quarter of 2020. Additionally, the Fed extended both its overnight and term repo operations through at least January 2020. These actions have been successful in stabilizing money markets, even though Treasury issuance and reporting dates when modest rate pressures are expected. Interesting, right? Interesting. Then Fed market economist died when Powell attended this lavish party, right? It was a 1% party in January. So right around the same exact time that Fed letter came out, it says, and look at this party. Look at some of the people that were in attendance here. So, of course, you have Jared, right? But this guy looks like he's really about to collect the bag. And he did, right? He did at the time of this party. But look at some of the people that were in attendance. So first and foremost, we have to give full credit to.
So the point is here that right before all that great trend, because a lot of people made money in the year 2020 and 2021. Pfizer, Moderna, AstraZeneca, Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, things of that nature. They come together, man, All right, it's a big club and you're not invited. All right, and they know what's about to go on and they capitalize from it. You see what I'm saying? They do wickedly. They search out a diligent search, man. You see what I'm saying, of how, they come together, that conglomerate of wickedness. All right. So let's skip on the point that I want to get is a little bit further.
On the stock market, holding historic levels of cash. This is why and what they're plowing their wealth into. And so when you scroll down and you look at this, it's interesting. So what they're doing is they are stocking up on cash. They're basically really getting outside of their stock portfolios. And
so the richest people in the world are taking out their investments of Wall Street, of the stock market, and liquidating it into cash. And I believe so, because the dollar is going to crash, is that they will be able to convert it, all right, into whatever regulated CBDC, all right, that is out there, right, and will be on an even higher level of, wealth than the rest.
instead, what they're doing is ultra high net worth individuals and billionaires seem to be following a similar pattern. Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway, for instance, added $17 billion to its cash reserves in the second quarter of 2023, bringing its cash balance to nearly $150 billion. By comparison, wealthy investors had just 23% of their net assets in publicly traded stocks. That's the lowest of stock exposure in 21 years.
The lowest. So your whales, all right, that's what they call it, a whale, who have increased largest amounts of stock possession, all right, the lowest it's ever been in 21 years. They're taking their money out. What you think is about to happen? They say, yo, you want to know something? Follow the money. What you think this money is doing? The long Edomite slavery money. Where you think is going? Out of this system, because the system is about to crash, son.
21 years. The wealthy, they're getting out of stocks. And in fact, many billionaires, many wealthy people are cashing out of stock positions, such as Walmart shares, Airbnb, Oracle. Of course, big names here. You just start to look at what a lot of the wealthy people are doing. The wealthy people are positioning themselves. They know things are about to get crazy. So one of those was CEO Satya Nadella. He cashed out almost half of his Microsoft holdings, 285 mil. Really took a nice paycheck there. And now you have record level CEOs stepping down. 197 CEOs leave the post in July.
197 chief executive officers resigned from their positions. What is it? September now, 2 months ago, 3 months ago. Yo, son.
So you think about this. The wealthy are selling stocks. They're getting out of stocks. They're sitting on record levels of cash, and they're stepping down and getting away from their top positions as CEO, right? It's the highest total since record-setting May, when 224 CEOs exited the top spot, according to a report released Thursday by global outplacement and business executive coaching firm Challenger Gray in Christmas. July's total is 67% higher than the 118 CEO exits recorded in June. And now large corporate bankruptcy filings surged the first half of 2023. Stock market the crash, bankruptcy filings soar to dangerous levels. Bankruptcy filings surged the first half of 2023. Not only crypto, overall bankruptcy filing crosses danger levels. You tell me. And then this.
America is bankrupt, man. The shit is about to fall. And they did it on purpose. It's orchestrated. Hegelian dialectic, problem, reaction, solution, order out of chaos. All right, because they're purposely creating this chaos to come with the new world order. All right, and we all know how that's going to be fully implemented with the MOTB, as Great Millstone, starting from Elder Apostle Tahar on down, and the Lycan camps that share the same doctrine be pushing, and the only ones is pushing it.
Hey, just in, odds of government shutdown 90% per Goldman Sachs. The shutdown would cost almost $2 billion a day.
$2 billion a day will be lost or delayed in revenue if the government shuts down in 3 days, man. This shit is not a joke, man. Oh, how does that affect us? I had a Gadite today at the plantation, you feel me, say something like that. I'm like, bro, niggas got their head stuck up their ass.
In lost revenue and delayed revenue. U.S. can't afford this right now. Deadline for the deal just 3 days away. So
U.S. can't
you
afford
asked me
shit
what I
if it's 33 trillion from what the numbers they tell us anyway. Anyway, talking about U.S. can't afford this right now. U.S. can't afford nothing, nigga.
think is going to happen. What I think is going to happen is that the rich are about to get filthy rich. I think that they're getting ready for the greatest wealth transfer of all time. They timed everything perfectly because when things were hitting the fan, what'd they do? They were buying infrastructure. They were capitalizing on the closure of small business. They were expanding their shipping and distribution. They were putting themselves in a position to accumulate most of the money that was put out into the economy. And now what are they doing? Well, they're taking a lot of risk off the table, realizing that things are about to get much, much worse as they continue to increase interest rates in the short term. The economy slips into what I think is going to be far worse than a traditional recession, and they're going to get ready to capitalize on the fall of the middle class. That's what I think is ultimately going to happen. And
So just like how you said, I got James 5 queued up, man. Let's get it. So if they taking out their cash, they really think that they about to be good money in the soon future, man. This is James 5:1. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Why is miseries going to come upon the rich man? Verse 2. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. You see? So they think that their riches is good money, but it ain't shit, man. You see what I'm saying? You taking out cash, but the cash about to crash, right? And that's why I said I think they're going to try to convert it into the new system, which is going to be a digital currency that's really going to be a central bank digital currency, which I think is going to be a selected ones that's regulated. You see what I'm saying? So that when the shit do switch, the transfer of wealth is going to be so dramatic because the majority of people is not going to be haven't prepared themselves for this reset of the financial system. All right, verse 3, your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as if it were fire. Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days. You see? And that's exactly what he said. They're taking all their money out of the stock market. All right, their holdings. All right, they're resigning from their major positions. They're heaping up treasure as they know this is the last days of the old system. All right, but we know it's the last days of Esau's rulership. Okay. Verse 4, behold, the hire of your laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud. See, so all of this wealth transfer is really going to be a fraudulent act. And that's why in Ecclesiasticus, it says that because of riches got by deceit and unrighteous dealings, the kingdom shall be translated from one people to another. You see? So they think they're going to be good money, but nah, they just going into slavery, man. All right, they gathering all of this treasure really for the elect in the coming in the soon future. All right, it says, and they crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped and entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. So if the Most High, the Lord, our Lord and Savior, if He's hearing the cries of His people, all right, that are following Him whithersoever He goes, you don't think He gonna not do that? Hell no, he gonna arise, man, and he gonna violate. You feel me? He about to violate Esau. Who's this that coming with dye garments from Basra, man? He about to violate, man. You see what I'm saying?
that, and I think it's not going to be a pretty sight. I think a lot of the people that think that we're going to have some type of soft landing are going to be in for a really rude awakening. If it wasn't that case, I would think that the wealthy wouldn't be behaving the way in which they're behaving. I would think that people that are, in the know would be doing things differently. But it seems like a lot of the people that really have the top tier information are really paying attention to the downside risk right now.
Right. And what's the true top tier information? This truth, man. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, the strength of his salvation, for the fear of the Lord is his treasure. Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 6. All right, so it's not no carnal information. This shit is the highest supreme knowledge in the universe. and it has been endowed to us through grace and mercy of what we believe that we're of the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. All right. And we're seeing what's going on because it was already prophesied millennia ago.
Think of this entire situation. Do you think we're walking into a scenario, maybe the next 2 months, maybe less, maybe a little bit more, in which this economy goes through a massive structural change?
So the economy is going through a vicissitude and a swift, abrupt, unexpected change. And he's saying 2 months, less or more. All right. What happens in 2 months? October, November. Before 2024, man, I've been telling y'all. All right. Through the spirit, based on what we seeing, measuring the time out diligently, being a watchman, standing upon our watch, something about to go down, man, and everybody feel it.
2024, 2025, things are going to get real in this country. We've had it so good for so long that I think a lot of people don't understand what hard times look like.
Hey, gesture run has waxed fat, right? Things has been so good for long. They comfortable in their captivity, just like we was in ancient Egypt. You see? But see, the Most High said he's going to smite Egypt with plagues as before. So get ready, man. This shit is about to get crazy. Like he said, it's about to get real. All right, Israel. It's about to get real, Israel.
I mean, 2008, that was near 15 years ago, right? People forget about a recession. They forget about problems. We're walking into it, but worse. Much, much worse.
Much worse.
What do you think about this scenario? Drop below. Hit the like button. If you want to fix your credit, you want to...
The beginning of sorrows, man. So I'm going to leave it at that, man. All right? Get ready to see things you have never seen before, man. Thine heart shall meditate on terror. And the terror that we about to see, all right, before we start putting the terror, the fishes turning into hunters, the terror on this side, you see what I'm saying, is going to be coming straight from Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, man. It's going to be a terrible sight, all right, of the things we're going to see when what was the greatest superpower, what was the world reserve currency, and it falls. All right. And the final climax is going to be the ICBM missiles. All right. But that's not going to come until they push this MOTB. And that's why they're doing all this anyway. So that they could give y'all the salvation. the elite can give you salvation by you taking that C hit. And the elect ain't going to do it. You might as well just cut off our head, which that's going to be the lot, a martyr of Yahweh Shai to some of the elect of Israel. But they'll be the first one in the chariots. All right, what the world ignorantly calls UFOs, all right, which are really the angels, all right, coming to save and destroy, okay, all looking like dark-skinned men, just like Yahweh Shai, dark-skinned man with woolly hair, all right. So you Negro, Latino, Native Americans, wake up, all right, repent from your wicked ways and turn back to your true power, Yahweh. Wa Yahweh Shai. Kwam Yasharala Baba Bo Shalom Akim. Wa Akwath Shalom. Shabbath Shalom.